All right, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start by sitting up nice and straight in our seat. Yeah, there we go. Imagine vertebrae by vertebrae being stacked all the way up to the nape of the neck. That's that area right below the head body. Begin to breathe in and out. Take it easy. I'm going to begin to also just drop into your body, feeling any sensations from the crown of the head down to the feet. If you like, you can actually close the eyes here as well. And just relax a little bit. Maybe give yourself a little bit of permission to let go. And you might notice that your hands are gripped or that your shoulders are tense. You can let that go now. Maybe taking a breath in, breathing to that place of tension, and then exhale, releasing. And not just letting go of the breath, but also letting go of the physical body. If you like, you can even close the eyes. So if your eyes are open, see if you can just trust yourself for a moment to start to close the eyes. And take a few breaths. Take it easy. Breathing in and out. And for the next hour, just allow yourself to be here. Nothing to do and nowhere to go, but to be present here doing yoga. We're going to take a few collective breaths together. If you like, you can take a hand and place it on your belly. You can also take a hand and place it on your heart if you like. Your choice. You don't have to. On the next exhale, allow all the stale air to go out the body. The navel touches the spine. Inhale with me to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then pause for a moment. And then exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the stale air out of the lungs. And then gently fill up as far as you can. Doesn't have to go beyond your capacity. Just try to do what you can do. And then exhale, release. Allow that exhale to be longer than your inhale. And as you exhale all the air out of the lungs, try to even make a shh sound so that it all leaves. There's nothing left in the belly body. Inhale and breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And if you can, maybe extend that exhale to the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For the next 4 breaths, I want you to take it on your own. Try to allow your inhale to be shorter than your exhale. You can adjust the count, adjust the rhythm, but really commit and be intentful about making it your own. And see if you can just find a sense of calmness here. Like you can bring your arms back down by your sides. And let the weight fall from the shoulders into the fingertips. And see if you can continue your breath steady. Now that you've adjusted the body just a little bit, just try to maintain this awareness of breath. Throughout the practice, we're going to be moving the body and using the breath to assist us. So just try to find a way to be in this calmness, committed to the breath unifying with the body. Slowly, we're going to bring the arms up. Start to reach them so they come overhead high. Arms lift to look up. Take your chin, lift it up towards the ceiling. Allow for the neck to be long. Gently, slowly start to bring the arms back down by the side, and we're going to bring them all the way down by the sides, down by our hips. Inhale and breathe in. Find the steady motion with the inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. And then on the exhale, hands come back down by the sides. And do that 2 more times. Allowing the arms to rise. And think about your breath cycle. So when you come here to this pause position, that's when your breath takes a break and then you come back down. On the exhale, it's like a deflation. It's releasing the air as it comes down. And then 1 more time. But allow the strength to be inside the arm. So take it slow, take it steady. Allow the resistance of the air to come in and be part of the practice. And then slowly bring the hands down by the sides. Feeling the length of the limb extend, noticing how it feels, and breathing into that. Drop the chin down to the chest. Allow the nape of the neck to decompress. So when we drop the chin into the chest, it doesn't have to touch. You just want to allow for the weight to hang heavy into the chest. And then inhale and breathe in. Keep a nice straight spine. And then exhale, release, rolling the shoulders back, relaxing them. You don't need the shoulders or the lower body to be a part of this practice in any way. Gently, you're going to bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Allow your left arm to still hang heavy. Keep the back body straight. Inhale and breathe in. Exhale, release. We're going to take our right fingertips and we're going to release them to the side of the left head. But don't push, just allow there to be this light as a feather kind of touch to your fingertips so that it gently starts to ease that neck body and you start to get a little bit more length in the left neck body. Breathe in and out. And then take the right hand, lift it up, and then release it back down by the right thigh. You're going to drop your chin to your center chest. And then come to your left side, left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe in and out. And just get accustomed here. Now your right side is going to be stretched. You want to allow for the weight to be loose so the arms hang heavy. If it's ever too much to do this, just take your right hand or the hand that you're stretching of the shoulder or the neck and place it on your thigh. And that will help to ease the tension that comes from that stretch, okay? Otherwise, keep the hand down by the side. Left hand lifts and it lays on the right side of the head. It's just this gentle little touch. The back body is still straight. It's only the ear, left ear to the left shoulder. Everything else is aligned and square in front of you. And take a few breaths in and out and just notice how that changes the way the breath is able to come into the body. You might also notice that certain parts of your back body, the breath gets kind of caught there. See if you can just breathe through that in a gentle way. Left hand lifts and lays back down by the left thigh. Drop the chin back down into the center chest. Both hands now come to the top of the dome. right where the back of the head is. The chin is still tucked into the chest, and the hands just lay there. If you want to interlace the fingers, you can, but you're not pushing any pressure. You want to try to keep your body straight, though, keeping that back aligned from the tailbone all the way up to the nape of the neck. Don't compromise the posture. You just want to get the stretch. Inhale and breathe in. Allow that breath to come all the way up to the nape of the neck. And then exhale, release as it travels back down the spine. Take 2 more of those. Remember, full cycles of breath here. And then bring the hands back down by the sides. Chin stays tucked into the chest. Bring your hands now to your thighs. Keep your chin to your chest. Both hands are on the tops of the thighs, right by where the knee and the thigh meet. So now that your chin is to the chest, what I want you to do is take your back and almost poke it out towards the chair. And I'm going to turn my chair to the side just so you can see me. So my back body starts to dome shape to the chair. And my arms are straight, but they're all the way towards the front of my knees. Chin is still into the chest. We're going to come into a seated cat-cow. So this is our scaredy cat. Scared cats have like a big back that sticks out when they get scared. We're going to then reverse. And we're going to come into our cow. Our cow is just like moo, and he's just there, you know? So allow the back body to kind of arch. Let the belly come forward now and protrude towards the front of you. Let the head hang back. Let the chin lift up. Relax the shoulders. Allow the sits bone to still be grounded into the seat. There's no rushing here, no forcing. Just find this comfortable place and then reverse. Okay? Eventually we're going to bring our breath to match this movement, but I just want you to get the movement down. Good job. Now we're back in our scared cat. On the next inhale, I want you to protrude the belly forward, arching the back, lifting the head up, neck comes towards the ceiling. The neck is now exposed. It's long, it's stretching. The front of the neck body. On the exhale, push back. The back of the body now touches the chair. Belly is in. Navel touches the spine. Chin touches the chest. The nape of the neck is extended. Inhale, breathe in, reverse, cow, looking up. The next inhale, 1 breath, 1 movement, cat. And do this 3 more times, coming into your cat and your cow, allowing yourself to match 1 breath, 1 movement. And make it your own. Really be intentional with each movement and each breath. And you'll start to see a little bit of flexibility develop as you do this. So you can feed into that as much as you feel comfortable. Come back to sitting forward. And breathing in and out, and then come back to center. We're going to go in for our first flow of the class. Arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead, back bend the body a little bit if it's in your practice. If it's not in your practice, don't worry about it. You can lift the chin up as long as you're comfortable, looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale and breathe in, and on the exhale, come forward, resting the belly and the chest on the thighs. Breathing in and out. And since this is our first one, we'll stay here for a moment. I just want you to feel what it's like to be here. Allow the legs to support you. Allow the thighs to support you. And while you're down here, make sure your feet are hips width apart. If you don't know what your hips width apart is you could take your 2 fists, press them together, and you would hug those inner arches around your fist, or you hug your knees around there, wherever you are. So that gives you an idea what hips width is, okay? And you're square with everything in front of you. Slowly inhale, half lift, flat back, bring the shoulder blades so that they kind of pinch a penny together. The hands face one another. Shoulder blades come back. Lift out of your pelvic bowl. Squeeze the core. Beautiful. You guys have strong bellies. I see it. Allow the belly to wrap around the back body. Inhale and breathe in, and then on the exhale, gently and controlled release. Come back down. The chest lays on top of the thighs. Inhale, breathe in, lift up through your half lift, flat back, arms rise, lifting up towards the ceiling. Allow the chin to come up. Breathing in and out, and then bring the hands down slowly but surely by the sides. Great job, and you can just shake that out. Yes. We're going to drop the chin back down to the center chest, but we're going to go right into the roll. We're going to roll our right ear over towards our right shoulder. Take your left hand, and I want you to bring your left hand out to the side. Wiggle those left fingertips, and I'm going to get up to show you what to do, but I want you to bend that hand behind you so that your hand is facing the chair, so the palm of the hand is facing the chair behind you. And I want you to just rock that hand back and forth, okay? You're just rocking it back and forth. That's it. All right. You're keeping the body aligned as straight as you can, still in your hips width apart with your feet. And do one more, and then drop the hand down by the side. We're going to roll through the center chest area and come back onto the left side. We're going to do the same thing, okay? Take our right hand, lift it out to the side, wiggle the right fingertips. All right, bring that right hand behind you. Allow the hand, that palm of the hand, to be facing the chair behind you, and just start to move that arm back and forth. The shoulder is just helping to ease any of that tension in the neck body. You can do about 4 or 5 of these on this side. Continue to breathe in and out. See if you can match the breath with the movement. Take your time. It might take you slowing down just a little bit. It's okay to also relax your hand on your back body. If you go back there and you're like, oh, it keeps touching, that's fine. Eventually, you'll end up being able to have more control over that muscle. And then bring the hand back down by the side. We're going to roll now. Roll from the left to the right. Just a 180-degree roll. Continuing to warm up the neck body, warm up the shoulders. See if you can be completely loose and limber in the shoulders. Breathing in and out. If you want to go in for a full 360 now, you can. But if it's not in your practice, then stay with the 180-degree roll. Beautiful. Do this about 3 or 4 more times. Make sure if you do one side, you do the other side. Sometimes we forget, but it's okay if you do one side a little bit more than the other. You might just need that to help you loosen up. Great. Let's go in for a flow. Arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, but this time keep them up there. I want you to take the hands, press them into a prayer position, and bring your hands into your chest area. So now you're by your heart with your prayer hands. Take your prayer hands, and I want you to press them as if they're coming back towards your heart. The fingers point towards you. The forearms are going to stretch. You're going to feel a stretch in your wrist. It might be slight, but just do what you can do. And then push forward so that the prayer hands are now starting to come down towards your thighs. So now you're just pointing towards your thighs. You're getting a stretch and a reverse way on your arms. And then we're going to reverse back. But try to match the breath with the movement this time. So on the inhale, allow those fingers to kind of point a little bit more towards the heart. And then on the exhale, reverse as it points away. So think about the inhale, bringing in the air into the body. The fingers point towards the air. And then the exhale, the fingertips point away. And the air leaves the body. Let's do this 4 times in all, so like 2 more times. And then 1 more. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to come back to the prayer position. And just for a moment, I want you to set an intention for the rest of this class. Consider what you want to get out of it. If it's just rest or relaxation, that's fine. But it might be something different, and it might be something unique to you. So see if you can allow it to just be what it is. And know that you are enough. Nothing is impossible. You're going to bring your hands up, lift them up overhead. Interlace the fingers this time. Press the palms up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to lean over towards your right side. Once you lean towards your right side, you want to make sure that your sits bone is still grounded into the chair. Look up, pivot up, and look up towards the ceiling. Elbow, you're looking to the inside of your elbow. The elbow pivots back just a little bit. You don't have to do much, because if your body is maybe tense, you may not be able to do as much, but just do what you can do, considering that's the way you want to go. And then come back to center. And we're going to come to the other side. So we're going to lean to the left now. We're going to pivot back so that that elbow pulls back. Look up towards the ceiling if you can. And just pivot that shoulder back. Allow that stretch to be in the rib cage. Keep both of your sits bone grounded into the seat. If you feel like you're coming out of it for some reason, you might be leaning just a little bit too much. You don't have to go far. You just want to feel a little stretch. Come back to center. And then bring the hands down slowly by the sides. Beautiful. Take the arms. You're going to take them behind you and interlace those fingers behind you. You don't have to stand to do it. Now, if this is too much, right? If you don't want to lift up, you can just lean your hands on your tailbone. So it's your choice. If you want to lean forward and do this, you can do that as well. Just find your place. There's modifications. And then you're going to allow the arms to loosen. Bring them back down by the sides and shake it out. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. We're going to go through another flow. This time we're going to do 3 flows, okay? The first one I'm going to walk you through completely in detail. The second one is going to be a little bit less detail. And the third one is going to be your own, okay? Arms are going to rise, lift up, reach up overhead. This is our first part of our flow. This is our mountain pose. Inhale and breathe in, touch the top of the mountain peak. Exhale, release, come forward. Belly presses towards the thighs. Exhale, let go. This is our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Squeeze that core. Always squeeze the belly. Squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release. Let it go. Back into your forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Lifting up back to the peak of the mountain. Mountain pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, breathe in. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Make this last one your own. I'm just going to do it with you. And just make sure you're breathing. Come through your forward fold, your flow. You got it. Trust yourself. Close your eyes maybe. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's probably magnificent. You just got to give yourself credit. And when you end up coming back to center, just bring your hands down by the sides and sit up in your base position. Great job, great job. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is a spinal twist. We're going to do 2 different kinds of spinal twists. So one is going to be a little bit more complex than the other before we get to some of our standing stuff. If you like, you can take your 2 legs and you can press them together or keep your legs apart for this. It's your choice, okay? Arms lift, reach up overhead, roll the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to pivot the body over towards the right. Come back to center, pivot the body over towards the left. Inhale, breathe in, come back to center. Pivot the body over towards the right. Bring the hands to the outside of the right thigh, both hands. So your right hand is on the outside and so is your left. You can stay just like this, just twisting the body, trying to look over your right shoulder. If you want to take your right hand, though, and place it somewhere else for support, you can. So some of the places that we can place our right hand for support is the chair itself. Maybe that can help us get a little bit more length in our body. Or we can place it on top if you have a top of your chair and you can look behind you. It's your choice. Eventually, you can loosen that arm once you feel as though that you're in that secure position. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, release. And you want to try to go for relaxation here. The more you relax, the more you'll sink into your spinal twist. You're almost wringing out the spine, so to speak. Nothing to do and nowhere to go but to ride the wave of breath. It's going to carry your chest forward and back slightly with each inhale and exhale. And while you're here, see if you can be completely calm and easy and confident. When each breath, knowing that each breath will come in and each breath will leave. You don't have to know anything else at this moment. Slowly, we're going to start to come back to center. Lifting up our arms, bring our head forward. Beautiful. Breathing in and out. We're going to come over to the other side now. Drop our hands to the outside of the left body. Find your place, just like we did on the right side. Just bring that chin to look over the left shoulder this time. Remember, this is a fluid kind of pose. It's not rigid, right? As you breathe in and out, you can see that. But it's also not rigid in the sense of how you position your hands, right? So in time, you may find a little bit more stability in your own back muscles to keep you held up. But it can take a moment or two. It can also take a few classes. So just give yourself permission to explore this pose to work for you. We're going to slowly start to bring yourself back forward. Arms rise, lifting up overhead. Come back to center. Take your feet and you just want to bring them back to your hips width apart. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take your gaze up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward flow. You want to go through your flow. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, lift up and breathe. Exhale, hands come down by the sides. You're going to take your right knee and you're just going to lift it up a little bit. I want you to just lift it. Hold it there for a second and then place it back down. I want you to take your left and lift it. You use the strength in your thighs and your IT band to help you do that, including complete. And then you're going to bring your hand back down. Your foot back down. Again, on the right side, we lift up, squeeze the core this time. Allow the core to be part of the practice and take your hands and wrap them around your knee body. Fingertips wrap around the right knee body. Drop the chin into the chest. Just pause for a moment. Allow the weight to fall from the knee into the hands. Then you're going to take your knee and you're going to bring it up by your right armpit. Now we bring it over towards the right just so that we can have opportunity to breathe through our chest. If we bring it straight up on our chest, it cuts off our air supply. So you want to bring it over towards your armpit. Inhale and breathe in, continuing to sit up nice and straight. Exhale. Allow the weight to fall back into the knee, chin into the chest. Next, inhale in, we're going to bring it back up. Okay, I want you to just wiggle the feet a little bit. And if you can, I want you to take your foot and lay it on top of your left thigh. So your right foot or ankle or so forth, either or is right on top of that left thigh. Your left foot is still grounded into the floor, supporting it. Now, if you're up and your knee is facing towards the ceiling, that's not a bad thing, right? If that's as far as it can go, it is what it is. But if you can gently adjust, just so you're in a seated half pigeon, okay? Just try to see if you can get into it. And you can slowly start to just move the leg back and forth. You're just going to work it, right? And if it's all the way up here, you're going to do the same thing, okay? Squeeze the core though and help the core help you to move the leg. All right. Awesome. We're going to take our arms, lift them up, reach them up overhead, roll the shoulders away from the ears, and we're going to twist our body over towards the right side, bringing our both hands to the outside of the right leg. Left hand comes across the body. And here again, you can take your hand and place it in that supportive position that you felt just a few moments ago. And then look over your right shoulder. You're going to feel a little bit different this time. Remember, wherever you are, if your leg is up, that's fine too. You're going to be able to just breathe in and out. Try to modify to adjust to your body. Beautiful. Come back to center. Arms are going to rise. They're going to lift up. And I want you to come over towards the left side now and just drop the hands to the outside of the left body. Again, if you want to take your left hand and bring it behind you, you can. Looking over the shoulder the best you can. Just getting a little extra twist on the spine. We're loosening that spine up. I got some plans for you, though. Come back to center. Arms lift. And this time I want you to take your hands and place them on top of the foreleg. That's that lower part of the leg where the heel and where the ankle and the knee connect, right? So there's this leg. And I want you to just find a place and find a home. If you just want to keep your hands and start to on it and start to lean your chest forward, you can. You can also rest on your forearms on that leg and drop your chin to your chest. Depending on your practice, and I know some of you guys do this already, you can drop your hands over the leg body completely and completely fall into the seated half pigeon. Now it's a modification. You do it according to like how you feel. So if you're leaning forward and your knee is up a little higher because you're less flexible, you're still dropping the chin into the chest and leaning the chest forward. Great. And you can also adjust as you need to adjust. You might find some nooks and some crannies, might want to move a little bit. Go for it. Go for it. Breathing in and out. Slowly, I want you to start to come back up, bringing the belly, the chest, and then the head. Take those fingertips, you're going to wrap them around the knee again. And before you put the leg down, just spin the ankle a few times. And then place the foot back down on the ground. Great. And we're going to go through a flow. You're going to feel a difference on one side to the other, and that's perfectly normal. Arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, lift up, reach up. Hands come back down by the side. Before we go on to the other side, what I want you to do is just start to feel the body. Allow more weight to kind of press into your right side so that you feel stable as you lift up on this left leg. Knee comes up, squeeze that core. Take the fingertips and you're going to wrap them around that leg just like you did on the other side. Right below the knee. Start to wiggle the foot, kind of stretching out the ankles and the toes and stuff like that. Good. Breathe in and out. Slowly, we're going to take our chin, allow it to tuck into the chest. Let the weight fall from the knee into the fingertips. And just keep breathing. Squeeze the core, come up. Gently bring the knee in towards the armpit. Exhale, release, let the weight fall. The knee into the fingertips. Next one, we're going to come up. Left knee towards the armpit. And wiggle those toes once again and bring that foot into that place. So the foot is going to lay now on the right thigh somewhere. And it's not just the foot, it could be the ankle, any place that you feel most comfortable. It might even go up a little bit higher depending on flexibility. Gently, you can lower that leg down. And each leg is different. So start to just loosen it up by just pressing forward and back, just kind of rocking yourself into a little bit of a less tension. Even if you do this every day, you're going to find that every day is a new day, right? So you want to be easy and be gentle and just rock in and out to it. Beautiful. And keep breathing. All right. Take the arms, lift it up, reach them up overhead. We're going to pivot over towards the left side, drop the hands to the outside of the left body. And you're going to take your left hand, bring it behind you, look behind you. Nothing to do and nowhere to go but to just ride the wave of breath here. Again, make peace with it. Move the body the way you need to adjust. Come back to center, arms rise. We're going to come over to the other side, the outside of the right leg. Yep, the outside of it. Looking over the right side this time, still in half seated pigeon, still in seated half pigeon. Come back into center. Arms are going to lift up high. All right, exhale, hands are going to come to the leg, the foreleg. Find your place. All right, now remember, we have all these different options, so find that option that works best for you. Adjust the leg as you need to. If you come all the way down, that's fine, but just know you're going to have to make adjustments. It's a fluid kind of pose. It never is just one way, because as you ease into it, you'll find that you'll relax more and the body will adjust for the relaxation. Keep breathing though, inhaling and exhaling throughout the process. Slowly we're going to start to come up. First the belly, then the chest and the head. Take your time. Cushion the knee with the fingertips and rotate the ankle a few times just to wake it back up. Place the foot down on the ground. We're going to go through a flow. Arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Really reach up, lift up. Yes, open up the legs. Before we come to a standing position, we're going to do a little bit more stuff. I want you to take your hands, place them on your knees. You're going to press forward, press your belly forward, and then come back up, drawing the back body up. Do this about 4 times, rolling the shoulders back, bringing the belly forward and back. Remember that cat-cow that we did? Allow it to just be part of the practice. Breathing in and out. And then reverse. If your breath was one way, you're going to go another way. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. 2 more. 1 more. Great. Toe heel the feet back together. Shake it out and bring yourself up to standing. Beautiful. I'm going to adjust the seat, just this screen just a little bit so you can see me. There we are. So come behind your chair. Beautiful. And we're going to take our hands and place them on the chair. Our feet will go back just a little bit. I want you to start to just walk the feet out and kind of like really poke out the hip where the knee is bent. So you're poking out that hip. The other leg is straight. You're going to feel this stretch on the hamstring. And you want to do that on both sides and just kind of walk that back. Okay, so you're starting out like right here. You're not that far. You're about a foot back. And now you're just going to walk back. And you can actually push the chair a little bit as well until you get to where you're in a flat back position and you're walking out your dog. If we were in a downward facing dog, we call this walking the dog, right? We're just starting to lift up on the heels. We're starting to just get the feel of it. If your hands are on the chair, you can keep them nice and straight and elongated, just like you would if you were on the mat. Use the breath to help you breathe in and out and slow it down just a little bit so it's nice and steady. And if you want, you can actually do a couple of rolls in the hip body, okay? That's also okay. You just want to start to make this the first downward dog of the day, so to speak. And you make it your own and then come back to ease. Soften the knees, straighten the legs, okay? You're going to let your belly sink and look up, so that your throat is elongated, your chin is like just above the chair. And then you're going to reverse so that the back body dome shapes up towards the ceiling, the chin tucks into the chest. And then reverse. Remember, the knees are soft throughout this time. I mean, you can play with them a little bit, but try not to make them rigid. You want to have a little bit of flexibility and room. And do this about 4 times. So I would say you got about 1 more time to do it. Do 1 last stretch. And then come and bring your right foot forward. Keep your left foot back. Okay? And your left foot is going to be at an angle. It's going to be at about a 45-degree angle. You're almost going to be on like train tracks. Okay? So give yourself a little bit of room. You don't have to be like directly in one straight line with your legs. You can give yourself some room. You can hold on to the chair. Again, too, I know that some people are in different levels. If you're close, that's fine. If you have more of a stance that's wider, that's fine too. We're going to come into our warrior 1. So what we want to do is we want to bump back the hip on the right foot so that that right foot we can see the toes. You make sure that your knee is not running over to the side. You want to have a straight line of under energy from the knee down to the heel. And you want to be able to see your toes. You're going to bump back that right hip. The left hip is going to come just a little bit more forward. You're holding onto your chair. You're square with your chair. And then bring the arms up, lift them up overhead, warrior one. And adjust your warrior so that you feel comfortable. Imagine that there's a ball in between your legs, and as you squeeze that ball, you lift up out of your pelvic bowl, and you're lifting from the belly. That's really important. Allow that lift to come up all the way up through the chest. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Do your best. And breathe in and out. You're going to bring your right hand over towards the chair. Your left hand comes behind you. Warrior two. You're looking and you're looking straight towards me, I guess, if you're looking at your computer. Yeah, there you go. So now your body is positioned so that your chest is straight, but your right knee is still pointed towards the chair. If you want to lift up both hands, you can. You can look over that right arm. Beautiful. There we go. And we're going to lean forward just a little bit. You're going to lift up on the hand, so that the hand on the left side is lifting up towards the ceiling. I'm still holding on to my chair on the right side. This is it's like a half lift. Come back to center. And if it's in your practice, you can lean back, taking your left hand, placing it on the left thigh. You can keep your right hand right on the chair, and you can just lean back and look up. But if you want to go into reverse warrior completely, you can. Breathing in and out. If you feel wobbly in any way, hold on to the chair, okay? All right, then we're going to come back forward, come back into our warrior one. So we're going to twist through warrior two like we were there, and then we passed it. Bring our hands back to the chair. Take both feet, bring them forward. Good job. And we're going to lean our chest forward, bring both feet back. And this is going to be like our downward dog. It's like we're coming back into our downward dog. Extend out that back body for that, almost into that tabletop. Loosen those knees. Allow the belly to sink down to the ground. Look up, gaze up, and then reverse 4 times. Belly sinks down to the ground, chest rises, chin rises. When we do the opposite way, body, the back dome shapes towards the ceiling, chin tucks into the chest. Breathe in and out just so that you have it. And now you're going to keep holding on to your chair. Take your left foot forward. Okay? Left foot forward. Right foot behind you. This time, I'm going to move on to this side just so you can see me. Okay? So left foot is forward. Right foot is behind you. Now you're on this, your right foot is at this 45-degree angle. Your left foot is square with the chair in front of you. Hands are on the chair. Find that place, wherever it is, for your warrior one. Like I said, some people might be a little bit closer. Some people might have more of a distance between their legs. Make sure that your left knee is stacked on top of your left ankle and that you can see your toes. Okay? You're going to bump the left hip back. The right hip is going to come forward. So we do that so that we can square our bodies with the chair in front of us. And now we're going to come into our warrior one, squeezing from the core. You also want to squeeze your thighs too, so that you lift up out of your pelvic bowl. If you want to take both hands up, you can. You can take one or both, your choice. Okay? Breathing in and out. All right, bring your left hand to the chair. Take your right hand back. Warrior two. Beautiful, beautiful. If you want both hands to come up, you can. You don't have to, okay? Warrior two. Breathe in and out. You're going to bend that elbow. Make sure that the hand is back on, the left hand is back on the chair. Bend the elbow. Lift up the right arm so that the right arm is straight and fingers are facing towards the ceiling. This is our half lift. Inhale, breathe in, come back to warrior 2. We're going to spin right through it, come back to warrior 1. Again, if you want to hold on to your chair, hold on to the chair. Bring both hands back to the seat. Come back into our downward dog, so to speak. Okay. You're going to let that belly arch down towards the floor, chin up, head back. Then we're going to reverse, dome shape to back, chin to the chest. So keep the knees soft, okay? And you want to breathe with this. The more you breathe, the more you're going to breathe into your mid-back body. So once you get to 4, come back to that steady position, stretch just a little bit more. Take that last stretch and then come forward. Walking back up towards your seats. See where we are. Good, good, good. All right. Last thing we're going to do is our tree pose. If you know me and you take my classes, we always do tree, no matter what. Well, just about always. So you want to have your chair in front of you. All right. I'm going to move the chair to the side so you can see me, but you want to start with the chair in front of you, okay? All right, there's 3 different positions. All right. So we're going to start off with our left leg. So we're going to do tree on the left side. So start off by allowing the weight to just fall over into your right foot. All right. So you kind of just lean towards the right side. Take your left heel and place it above the right ankle. Toes are still down on the ground. You can stay just like this with your chair, arms, find a place for at least one of your hands to challenge your balance just a little bit, okay? You're going to be squeezing from the core. You're going to be fully present, lifting from the ground up. You're pressing into the balls of your feet so that you activate those balance sensors. Breathing in and out. So you can find your tree here. But if you feel like you've kind of surpassed that and you've been doing this for a while, or you have your balance, you can take your foot and place it on the foreleg. That place that's in between the knee and the ankle, never on the knee. So you want to make sure that you're on the inside of that foreleg. So like right around the back, you can almost feel the calf muscle, and right around the front, you'll feel the shin. So you're right in the middle on the inside. The last option is on your thigh, and believe it or not, a lot of people do it, right? I know it looks like, woo, that's a lot, but if you have your chair in front of you and you feel comfortable, you can try to do it. Once you find your tree, bring your hands into that position and just feel yourself being present in tree for balance. So you have to allow yourself sometimes to have just a little bit of wobbliness, nothing that's going to make you fall. You just want to be able to maybe tap on the chair a few times and then find this place of peace. If you feel like you're going to fall, bring yourself down a different level and stay there until you master that, okay? You do want to have a little fun with the balance though. Just like a tree bends in the wind, you want to have a little flexibility and bend too. And then bring your left foot back down to the ground. We're going to now lean over towards our left side so that the left side takes in all the weight, and we're using the left side for our strength and our balance. Take the right foot and find its home out of your modifications. Again, holding on to the chair. Breathing in and out. And find your home. Allow yourself to really anchor into the balls of the feet so that you can feel those. If you actually web the toes, you'll activate the big balls underneath the toes and the heel. And that's where you balance at. The more you practice that, the more you'll gain strength in your balance. And you'll find it comes from the core. So find your tree. Beautiful. All right. Bring your feet back down, shake them out, and come back down to sitting. Awesome. And we're making great time today, guys. So I have a great Savasana. All right, let's do our last flow of the class, and then we're going to come into nice Savasana today. Set you off good for the whole weekend. Arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead. Last flow of the class, make it count. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Reach up, lift up, overhead, and exhale, hands come down by the sides. If you like, you can take your hands and actually put them on top of your thighs. If you want them flipped up, you can, or you can place them down. Another place that you can put your hands for Savasana is the belly. Anywhere you want is fine. And we're gonna continue to breathe in here and out. Start by maybe relaxing the toes, relaxing the heels. Notice how the weight falls from the knees down to the feet. Try not to do anything to stop that. Allow it to be completely fluid, completely natural. You may notice your knees start to flop apart a little bit. Allow that to happen too. Try not to hold on to anything or control it. Relax the thighs, the hips, the belly. Relax the chest, the shoulders, the elbows. Relax the fingertips. Relax the throat, the belly, the chest. Let the tongue fall away from the top of the mouth if it's there. Relax the jaw. Let the air be fluid through the nostrils into the lungs and back out again as a cycle. Relax the head, the crown of the head, the back of the head, the full body from the crown to the feet. You can keep the eyes closed here and just let yourself be trusting in this moment by moment breath. And congratulating yourself on a job well done because you came to yoga today and you didn't have to, but you did to honor yourself, to help your health, to be present. So thank you. And for the rest of class, continue to just be here in your Savasana. If you like to continue in Savasana, you can stop this recording now or come out of the session and continue in Savasana for as long as you like. Otherwise, we will close together. Start by wiggling our toes gently. Breathing in and out as we do so. Feel our hands. Come back to the sense of grounding here in the present moment as we open our eyes. Take a few more breaths in, breathing in and out, and allow the arms to rise. They'll fall one more time, and then we'll come back up into a prayer position and bring the prayer to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.